Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about a fucked up, weird, uncomfortable TikTok account. The TikToker in person is called Brad Bastidas. He makes very particular content. Now, I do think we all know that on TikTok there are what I refer to as the TikTok fuckboys, really, which are the ones who have some kind of music with sexual undertones or music with romantic undertones, and then they'll bite their lip and then they'll look into the camera thinking that they're doing something other than making me deeply uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe younger, it's for a younger demographic, so maybe the younger girls just swoon over that. I guess I'm just too old to get it, but for me, you just look like a fuckboy and it's very uncomfortable. That is totally fine because you are not breaking any laws. It's cringy to me, but do your damn thing. Enter Brad. Now, Brad does this, but his version of this is... Let's just look at the content, and I'll have to remove the music because, as you know, I'm gonna get copyrighted immediately. Quick note, I'm gonna put music with the TikToks that's not copyrighted, and I'm gonna try and find songs that emulate the same kind of vibe and the same kind of mood of the original music, just so you get a better idea of the context. So I don't know how much you're able to tell from this clip, but you'll see in the next clips, there is a little boy filming Brad. Now, I don't know what the relation is between Brad and this little boy. My assumption would be that it's his little brother or someone he's related to, because that would be the most convenient. Someone who lives with you can help you film whenever you need to. Brad has a particular formula where pretty much every single video I've seen of his, he gets choked by, let's just call him the little brother, and then the little brother's hand goes down Brad's chest, implying that he's gonna go towards his genitalia, which then opens a whole new realm of implications that I frankly don't want to discuss, but I think that we both know, let's just say, it's inappropriate. Now, obviously, the little brother is supposed to be either, depending on the orientation of Brad, either a guy or a girl who's hopefully of a consensual age that is sexually choking him and engaging with him sexually. The thing is, the person that is pretending to be that romantic interest, sexual interest, is a little boy. So I think we all see how this is already a problem. Here's another one. So again, there's the sexual implication, there's the little boy's hand going down the hoodie of Brad, but the thing that I find alarming is if you look at the phone case in the video, there is no phone inside that phone case. So that makes me wonder, first of all, why are you filming this? Like, what is happening? Because for the most part, I think we're seeing a kind of behind the scenes, like that's why they're showing the little boy and Brad and like the behind the scenes of making the final version of the TikTok. But here, their camera was probably on the dashboard or something, and they're showing them, but they're not making content. Like, there's no phone in the case, so like, what was the point of this video? That troubles me, because it's like, are you practicing? Is this something you do normally? Like, is this boy being potentially abused in a sexual way? Like, I don't know, but this is alarming to me. This is truly alarming. It's already alarming if it's for TikTok content, but it specifically makes me more alarmed to think that maybe this isn't just like him essentially using his little brother as his videographer, but something else. And like I said, it might not be his little brother, but in the end it doesn't really matter what the relation is because this child is a child, and that's that. So in this clip, it looks like the little brother videographer is having fun because he gets to slap Brad, right? And I made this point in my prior video, and when I say that, it's because I had a 24-minute video that I filmed on this, and the audio cut after 6 seconds. The rage. The thing is, it seems like the little brother has some kind of enjoyment here, which is great, but at the same time, it's like a lot of the times children don't know that something's inappropriate until someone tells them, or maybe later on in life when they realize, oh, it was fucked up that I was being used as a videographer in this context. Again, here, there is the kind of sexual dynamic of him walking into a room, I'm assuming, to seduce someone, and the choking and slapping is of sexual nature. Just gonna underline that in case people hadn't realized that yet. So it's not just slapping someone across the face saying, hey Brad, you're a fucking idiot. You're using a 10-year-old videographer slash actor to do the thing that turns you on, so then you can make the TikTok that's supposed to make the girls swoon. I don't know, I'm exasperated.
Strobe lights moving across the walls. You're looking like a movie star, but I don't know just what you are.
That was very uncomfortable. Prior to this, we saw the behind the scenes. So this is like the product of those TikToks where we see the little kid being the videographer. This is like the product of like what TikTok sees. And this hand is probably that little kid's hand. And again, the way Brad is looking into the camera, it's just like, I don't know how you do that knowing that the person holding that camera is related to you. I might be biased in a certain type of way because I have a very particular behavior around children where, example, at family things where there are children, I will hold Jacob's hand, and if we kiss, it'll be a quick peck and that's it, and it doesn't go any further than that because I don't feel comfortable with anything further than that, because for me, expression of sexuality and children are two separate things that belong far away from each other. So the idea that someone like Brad could try and look into the camera with his seducing face or his sex face, or, you know, with that kind of subtext, I don't get it, but it really just creeps me the fuck out. Because it also makes me wonder, are you doing this because you're imagining a scenario in your head where it's like, oh, you know, I run into so-and-so who I have a crush on and I look at them like this. So if he's running with that scenario in his head, it still doesn't make it less creepy, but at least it makes me feel better. But the thing is also, like, now I'm wondering, is he looking at the camera like that because he likes what he sees behind the camera? Which is far more concerning because little brother isn't just the videographer out of convenience, but rather as a very particular choice. And that is scary. So here again, we have a slap with the sexual context, and he's, from what I gather, turned on by it, and then he's like saying to the viewer, like, get on top of me, come to bed with me. Again, the person who's actually doing that is a little boy. And then here, because it's one of those kind of behind the scenes videos, like after it's muted, but I think he starts laughing. If I heard correctly, he said that the slap actually hurt him. So I don't know if they leave in these behind the scenes to make him seem more relatable or something, kind of like, oh, let me look sexually into the camera while this 10-year-old has to kind of straddle me to get the view that I want, ha ha ha, but that slap hurts, so like, relatable. Frankly, I don't fucking know. What in the name of God is going on here? I have no idea. God has left us, that's for sure. So since one Brad is not enough, in this TikTok we have a fantabulous new guest, because why not just make everything worse in life? So here we go. This one was just cringe. Like, I know there's a lot wrong, but this one was just so cringe. The way they're looking into the camera, and I mean, it's fine to be a fuckboy, just be a fuckboy with a tiny bit of morality and ethics, which means don't involve little kids in your fuckery. Oh god, the look that they did into the camera like that, oh my god, my my brain hurts. My brain hurts. In this situation, again, we can only assume that it's the little kid who's filming them, which again makes it even creepier because it's like if you have grown-ass friends who can be there for your TikToks, can they not film some of these TikToks for you? Being in a room with two shirtless dudes who are gonna look into the camera trying to make girls or guys feel some type of way, it's inappropriate. That's all there is to it. And I don't know how anyone can think this is in any way acceptable. Same thing happens every time. Either choked or slapped, and then the hand goes down suggestively, but then because Brad is so funny and relatable, he's like, ah haha, I couldn't keep my sex face on for that long with this 10-year-old filming me. I mean, I don't know how old the 10-year-old is. I mean, I don't know how old the kid is, but he's definitely very young. As if this weren't bad enough, some people also pointed out that the way in which he captions these videos is questionable, to say the least. So here's one of the captions. Should I read it in a like try hard sexy voice so I can pretend I'm Brad?
POV. You take advantage of me being alone in my room and decide to come in while I sleep to seduce me. What do you want to do now?
Kill myself. I mean, realistically, what do I want to do? I want to run away, shut the door, and hopefully never hear from Brad again. That's what I want to do. Obviously, this is a sexually baity thing, so girls or guys respond being like, oh, I would do all this to you. And obviously, it would turn into a sexual response for most people, unless it's people like me who are memeing it. Again, this was probably a video filmed by the kid, so it's like, does that not feel weird to you that a kid is filming something and then you're gonna put this like sexual context even spelled out essentially as a caption? This is where I personally... Let's talk about another caption.
POV. We're cousins and you're in my bathroom, but I decided to enter to seduce you and remind you of our past. What do you want to do?
What past? I want to know what past you have with your cousin. What past? What happened? Actually, I probably don't want to know, but oh my god, this has so many layers. I thought the cousin part was bad enough, but the past? Like, could you replace cousin with girlfriend, like your ex-girlfriend in your past? Sure, whatever. But cousin? Excuse me? Now I'm hoping that the 10-year-old isn't his cousin. I have no words for this fuckery. I truly... Anyway, for once, thank God, TikTok actually did the right thing and banned this weirdo. I know, everyone get a box of tissues. I know you're gonna need to cry for some time. There's gonna be a mourning period, and you know, our lives just aren't gonna be the same anymore after we don't get this creepy content. He made a new TikTok, of course, and he had the audacity, the absolute audacity to make a video on his TikTok being upset about why he was banned, featuring tweets that were pointing out why what he was doing was inappropriate, which in turn explains why he's banned. But he made a TikTok like that to make himself out as the victim. The mental gymnastics that I had to do to try to understand his point of view, you know, I could have signed up for the Olympics for this shit, but just watch. And the best part is that when you go to the comments, everyone is like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. I'm on your side. Everything's gonna figure itself out. We're always gonna support you. We love you, blah, blah, blah. And first of all, I'm really hoping that most of the people commenting this are very young individuals who don't yet understand the inappropriate nature of the content that they're watching. If he had just wanted to be a fuckboy in the way that most fuckboys on TikTok are, where they're just being cringy, looking into the camera, there would be no problem. It's just like the involvement of this little child in content that is effectively sexualized is creepy, and I don't understand how Brad doesn't see that, or he sees it and he appreciates it, in which case there's a bigger problem even. I'm not gonna throw in the P word because I don't know, you know, like there's nothing to substantiate that he is a pedophile or interested in younger children, but content like this certainly begs the question of why is this child involved when I'm certain there are other people his own age who could help him create these TikTok masterpieces. Anyway, I'm going to go scream for a while. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to my patrons as always. Let's get right into the fan art.